And then I don't know about you, but family time, global family time. You get to find out your leaders are far from perfect this morning. This year was really intense for me. The first 6 months of this year was one of the most intense seasons of resistance in the spirit that I've ever felt in almost 20 years of Christianity and almost 18 years of full-time ministry. The number of times I felt discouraged to the point of laying everything down was shocking to me, because that's not me. And it was super intense, and I was pressing it, and it wouldn't relent. And then I pressed into God, and all I was hearing him say was two things for months. Do you trust me? And then the next thing was, hurry up and die to yourself. Now, I know what a loved son I am, so I know that wasn't a dismissal, a rebuke, a correction. I knew it was a strategy. And I knew God was letting me know that this season was unto something glorious. I call them olive press seasons. I've had several over my 20 years of walking with him and 18 years of ministry. I haven't liked one of them. But I can look back on 3 other major ones, and on the other side of it, what came out of it was incredible. And the key was always that, and it was always marked by him saying, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Do you trust me? This one was different because he added to it the strategy of hurry up and die to yourself, which helped me understand that's what this is. It's an olive press season. He's not saying be quiet and go away. He's saying I am taking you to a whole nother level of abandoning anything and everything but me. I'm taking you to a whole nother level of being completely, utterly, and totally reliant on me. I'm offering you the opportunity to put everything on the altar so I can do for you things you've never imagined for yourself. It's a John 20 upper room moment. You've heard me teach on this a lot. I'd love to tell you that I get in these intense seasons and I become Johnny Super Christian. I usually don't. I usually wrestle for a while. I wrestle with fear. I wrestle with discouragement. I wrestle with all sorts of stuff. But then all of a sudden I wake up and realize, the reason I'm locked up in fear or discouragement or any of those things, it's just John 20. The disciples were locked up in fear, literally and metaphorically. It says they were behind a locked door because they were afraid, John 20:19. So they're literally and metaphorically locked up with what? Fear. Jesus steps through the wall and says, peace be unto you. When you read that closely, it doesn't really land the first time. It's like if I'm freaking out and my wonderful sister Michelle calls me on the phone and says, you don't seem like yourself. What's going on? And I pour my heart out and she says, well, I just want to tell you, there's no need to be afraid. Rarely is that the person who's freaking out go, oh, okay. Usually the response is, yes, there is. I just told you. Why am I freaking out? Why aren't you freaking out? That's kind of what happens. But then Jesus says again, peace be unto you. But it's really important that we understand what he's releasing. That word peace in the Greek is eirene. And this is one of the ways it can be translated. The blessed state of a devout and upright man after death. So Jesus is saying, you're locked up in fear for very understandable reasons. I'm asking a lot of you. This is a big jump. This has never occurred ever before inside of space and time. I know this is challenging. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you. I'm not rebuking you. I'm helping you. Here's the key. My peace, in it, there is a great grace to die to yourself. And what does he do to make it land? Touch my hand. Feel my side. What is he doing? He's putting his wounds on display. But what's he really doing? He's putting on display that in his love for them, there's nothing he would not do. There's nothing he would not give. There's nothing he had not done. And that you don't need to worry about yourself because I'll do this to make sure you come into everything I have for you. I will do for you so much beyond what you could do for yourself. Focus on that. And now you'll be able to die to yourself and come fully alive in me and go out there and change the world. But until you understand this and this is a display of my love for you and that there is nothing I would not do, have not done, would not give, and have not given, not only for relationship with you, but to bring you into everything you were created for and called to that you could never do on your own, and you're freaking out because you don't know how, I am telling you, you don't have to know how. You just need to know me. Do you trust me? Then hurry up and die to yourself, because it will be glorious.
Ready for more? Go to roberthodgkin.com for more teachings, more resources, and more information about Robert Hotchkin Ministries and Men on the Front Lines.